Stephanie, and this is
Lily, and we are here for Torchic Homestead. And this is our oats. These are dried oats. They're from 5-gallon bucket.
Yep, Oat Groats. So we buy them just like this. They're nice and dry. They last for like 10 years, so it's worth buying them in this big bulk 5-gallon bucket, and I leave it downstairs in the cellar, and that way whenever we need it, we pull some out. So Lily really likes granola, so we wanted
It's very yummy.
so we're gonna make some granola, but we got to start with our oat groats. They're really hard, so we soak them overnight,
And then they're wet, and then we put them in a drainer, and it kind of gets some of the water out, but it's still really wet, but they're very yummy.
and I like to put it in a bowl. You can see they're still draining a little bit, but we want them wet so they're soft. And then we have
we're
our
gonna take a spoon, we're gonna put it in here.
What is this thing? Do you remember what it's called? It's a pasta maker, right? So we roll the pasta, but we're gonna roll some oats instead so we can have rolled oats.
And we're gonna roll it and roll it and roll it into, they're all in a bowl.
Now we have it on a number 2 setting, so that way it's just enough that they fit through and it makes a nice flat oat.
And now they're all flat. And they're very yummy to eat. I'm eating them all this
The
morning.
longer you leave them in the water, the more fermented the oat's going to be. If you like the taste of the more fermented, you can leave them soak longer. The kids don't like that tanginess, so we just do an overnight. You can actually do them for just a couple hours too, maybe I guess 6 hours or so would probably do the trick to soak them enough. It's just easier for us to soak them at night, and then in the morning we'll roll our oats. So we are gonna go ahead and roll this whole batch of rolled oats, and then we'll turn it into some oatmeal. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So this is our grains.
Yep, they're all rolled out. So we're just gonna flatten them on the tray here.
Okay, they're piled on top because that's how they are.
So we could dry these in the oven and I could just have them for breakfast. You just want to dry them out a little bit or keep them in the refrigerator so no mold or anything grow on them being wet in a cabinet. So you could dry them out and then store them, but we are going to put some, what do you think, some honey in here, maybe some nuts and raisins. You're gonna stop eating them now. And we'll show you that process as well. So we just lay them out
I'll show
first.
you eating it, okay?
Yeah.
So we have
Cinnamon.
cinnamon, and then we have salt, and then we didn't have any honey, so we're gonna use syrup, and we have raisins, the best.
Yeah, hopefully this year we'll have some of our homemade maple syrup. We're gonna tap some maple trees.
We're gonna salt it all
Not
around.
too much. Yeah, you want just a little bit of salt.
And then we have raisins.
Well, let's wait on the raisins. Okay, we're gonna sprinkle some cinnamon. Now for this recipe, you can measure, but we just kind of wing it. We just want everything coated. I have about 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup here. Just sweeten it up. Toss that all over.
Raisins all over the place. Okay, so we got raisins.
Good. You got a lot of salt on this end, so we need to make sure. That's
And then we mix
salt.
it all together, and it's gonna be so tasty. Looks so yummy. So it's very good to make. If you make it,
What do you like to put? What do you like to put your granola on top of?
tell us now. Tell us later.
Oh, you want to know what they like to put it on? Well, what do you put it on? Give them some ideas of what you can put granola on.
And comment below.
Lily, what do you want granola? What do you put your granola on top of?
I would put like cinnamon and honey and raisins.
No, honey, sweet pea. What do you put the granola on top of? Do you like to put it on top of your yogurt?
I like to put it on top of my yogurt.
And what else?
And what do you make?
The Rio bowls or the
Yeah,
berry
the Rio
bowls.
bowls.
Yeah, we like them on that with some bananas and some, it's like a smoothie.
But not with all this on it.
So we're gonna straighten this out a little bit and make it nice and flat. And then we're gonna put it in the oven. You have to watch it because it will burn quickly. It's a pretty quick process. And we're gonna put it in the oven for 350 degrees. One tray, gosh, probably 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll let you know how it looks when we are all finished.
So we put them in the oven, and now they're hot, and this is what it looks like. It's
So in about 10 minutes, I had it at 350. 10 minutes in, I tossed them all up because I wanted to make sure the bottoms didn't burn and everything was evenly cooked. And then another 10 minutes, so 20 minutes total. And now they're hot. We'll just let them cool. They're like a little crunchy. You can kind of tell when they're done too. They start to just slightly brown a little bit. If you're using honey versus syrup, it'll be a little bit different in golden color. But you can really add anything to it. Nuts, coconut's always good to add to it. My Riley really likes it plain, just raisins. So that's what we did this time. All right, Lil, how's it taste? They are still warm. The raisins get all big and bubbly. Is it good?
Very good.
Enough honey in there? Or not honey, enough syrup? Tastes good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let us know how you like to have your granola. If you put it with just milk and have the granola itself. Let us know if you added anything else on the comments. You can comment on there. We'd love to see what you're doing with your granola. All right? Thanks. Make sure you like this and subscribe.